Imagine reading a long sentence, but only remembering it one word at a time. That's basically what RNNs do. Attention changes this completely. It lets a model jump straight to the important words, anywhere, instantly. In this module, we'll see how that simple shift unlocked transformers. You've already seen how RNNs handle sequences and why context matters. Now we're standing on the bridge between those models and transformers. First, we'll focus on the core idea of attention. Then we'll zoom out and connect it to the full transformer architecture. Traditional RNNs try to carry everything forward in a single hidden state, like stuffing all your notes into one crowded suitcase. As the sequence grows, older but important details get blurred or lost. Attention replaces that with a smarter strategy. Whenever the model needs something, it directly looks back and pulls the relevant pieces from the whole context. Think about how you naturally read. You don't memorize every word. You skim parts, slow down on important lines, and sometimes jump back to check something. Attention in AI mirrors that behavior. Instead of storing everything perfectly, the model learns to look back at specific tokens and focus on the pieces that matter for the task. Now picture searching a long document to answer a question. You skim quickly, ignore most sentences, and let your eyes jump to headings, keywords, or highlighted phrases. Once something looks relevant, you slow down and read it carefully. Attention does the same in a model. It scores each token's importance and concentrates processing on the high-scoring parts. You can think of attention as smart scanning through a document. Instead of locking onto a single word, it quickly checks every word and asks, "How relevant are you to what I'm doing now?" Each word gets a score, and those scores become weights that add up to 1. The model then blends information from all words, but emphasizes the most relevant ones. Attention can operate in two intuitive modes. Hard attention is like making a single choice. The model commits to one token or a tiny set and ignores the rest, similar to clicking one search result. Soft attention spreads its focus, blending information from all tokens with different strengths. Because those weights change smoothly, soft attention can be trained efficiently with gradients. Soft attention is popular because it plays nicely with gradient descent. Its outputs change smoothly as inputs change, so the loss landscape is continuous and differentiable. That means we can compute gradients everywhere and update parameters with standard backpropagation. Hard attention, in contrast, makes discrete choices. Pick this token or that one. Those jumps break differentiability. So training usually needs sampling or reinforcement learning, which is slower and less stable. Attention's big win is cutting out the middleman. In an RNN, if the first word needs to influence the last word, its signal must survive every step in between, where it can fade or be overwritten. Attention skips that chain. Any word can instantly look at any other word. That makes long-distance relationships, like matching a subject to a faraway verb, much easier to learn and maintain. Another way to see it is through memory pressure. RNNs try to cram everything they've seen into a single hidden state, like taking detailed meeting notes but only keeping one short summary line. Attention relaxes that constraint. Instead of hoping the hidden state stored the right nuance, the model can jump back and directly consult earlier tokens. So long-range connections stop being 10 steps away and become 1 step. A quick memory lookup, which dramatically helps with long sentences and intricate dependencies. These ideas first showed up clearly in neural machine translation. Early systems used an encoder-decoder RNN. The encoder read the whole source sentence and squeezed everything into a single vector. That created a bottleneck, where long sentences and tricky word alignments easily overloaded that one state. Attention fixes this by giving the decoder an external memory. Instead of relying only on the final encoder state, it can selectively look back at all encoder states, token by token, which dramatically improves translation quality. In practice, attention started as a bolt-on helper for RNN encoder, decoders. The encoder kept a history of hidden states instead of compressing everything into one fixed vector. When the decoder wanted the next word, attention let it peek back at that history, score each position, and blend them into a fresh context vector. So each output word could look at different parts of the input, giving better alignment, longer translations, and more fluent results. Those experiments revealed something surprising. Most of the accuracy boost came from attention itself. That raised a bold question. If attention is doing the heavy lifting, do we need recurrence at all? The transformer's answer was no. It keeps attention, adds some feed-forward layers and normalization, and removes recurrence entirely. That design allows massive parallelism and makes scaling to huge models and datasets practical. By this point, attention had outgrown language and RNNs. It's really a general recipe. Compare pieces of input, score how relevant they are, then blend them, giving more weight to what matters most. The same logic works for image patches, audio frames, sensor readings, even combinations of text and visuals. Different data, same focusing mechanism. To pull it together, attention replaces fragile, step-by-step memory with direct focus on what matters. It's soft and differentiable, so models learn how much to attend, instead of committing to hard jumps. It began as a helper for RNNs and evolved into the core of transformers and modern systems like ChatGPT.